In 1831, Nat Turner's Revolt ended tragically, deepening oppression and brutality against black Americans.
Black history. Y'all, on this day in 1831, Nat Turner was hanged.
Mm-hmm.
It says, after a failed uprising, white mobs killed hundreds of black people, and Nat Turner is hanged today in 1831. On November 11th, 1831, after a rush trial and conviction, like they always used to do to black people back in the day, because we wasn't on the trial jury or nothing. It was just a bunch of white men sitting up down there, and whatever the F they said is what happened to you. Exactly. And an enslaved black man named Nat Turner was hanged in Jerusalem, Virginia, after being convicted of leading a revolt against his enslavers. You know, that's why Nat Turner was famous. After being it says on August 21st, 1831, Mr. Turner led a group of black people in a revolt against slavery. Other enslaved black people joined the uprising, and Mr. Turner's troops grew 60 to 70 people who fought white enslavers before being defeated by a militia. Now, you know what the militia is today, right? ICE is today's militia. Many of Mr. Turner's followers were killed or captured immediately, but Mr. Turner escaped and evaded searches for weeks before being captured on October 30th, 1831. Now, he was captured on October 30th, and his trial was on November 11th. That's quick as in America.
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all.
That
Y'all know
echo.
that's quick. Huh?
When you said that, it echoed.
I heard it too. It says enslavers and defenders of slavery throughout Virginia wanted Nat Turner and all who participated in the revolt harshly punished as an example to others who might be inspired by his efforts. In other words, they like, listen, y'all, we showing y'all N-words that if you try to escape and try to start a group down here to stop slavery, this is what's going to happen to you.
All right.
At least 18 black participants in the uprising were executed along with Nat Turner. However, in the months after the rebellion, angry white mobs began to torture and murder hundreds of black people who had not participated in the revolt. Which is what ICE is doing right now today. People sitting at home minding their damn business. Next thing you know, here come ICE banging on the door, snatching everybody out the building, harassing them and doing everything like that. That's the same thing that's happening right now. Terrorizing enslaved and free black people, conditions of enslavement worsened for thousands of enslaved black people as more cruel, barbaric, and traumatizing forms of control were implemented. Being that, you know, this is in 1831. Imagine what we've been through from 1831 all the way to 1965 when we finally got the right to vote, through Jim Crow era, Reconstruction, and all of these terrible things, tearing down Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, Rosewood, Wilmington, all these places that just kept doing us dirty and wrong.
Yeah.
Conditions of enslavement worsens of thousands of enslaved black people as more cruel, barbaric, and traumatizing forms of control were implemented. In response to Mr. Turner's revolt, at least 9 states, Virginia, Alabama, Delaware, Georgia, Louisiana, Maryland, and North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Wow, you know what? Let me see. These states that we just mentioned are still in alliance today.
Yeah.
Like, if your license gets suspended in Georgia, all of those states that I just mentioned get notice that your license is suspended, and when you can get pulled over any of those states, and then we'll lock your ass up and then send your ass back to wherever the you got your license suspended at. It happened to me.
Yeah.
It happened to me. Passed laws targeting enslaved free black people and limiting their mobility. These laws prohibited black people from assembling freely, conducting independent religious services, or preaching to a crowd more than 5 people. Now, You know, this last march that just happened in America for ICE and all type of shit like that. You know, the Make America whatever parade. What was it called?
It was called the No King's March.
No King's March. How black people stayed away from that.
Yeah.
It was the same thing back in 1831. History repeats itself over and over and over and over and over again. It says some states passed laws criminalizing the education of black people. Like Donald Trump sits up there and says, now, I love the poorly educated.
Yeah.
There's still this playbook that they have. They do it over and over and over and over and over again. But you know what they're afraid of?
What?
They're afraid because now black people's income has risen 40% in the last couple of years. Like, we're doing more better and better than we ever have before in this country. And they're afraid of that. And every time black people have some type of economic push forward, they come back with the same shit that they did to Nat Turner. Some states also passed laws barring free black people from living in the state, period. Nat Turner, you know what? You're an ancestor. We're going to keep your name uplifted forever and ever.
Yeah.
And ever and ever. And we will never forget, as long as MAGA, white supremacists, KKK members are still out here doing what they do. And that's the end of Black History. I said what I said. And guess what? I ain't scared about it. Y'all, Diddy is back up down here to the news again. Y'all. So we finally got a mugshot of Diddy down there getting Fort Dix.
Sitting here waiting at the door, yeah. 1942, 1942. Sitting here waiting on you, yeah. Just waiting on you, just waiting that I'm spending all alone. Been waiting for you to walk through the door. Rockin' designer, Gucci attire with the Louboutin heels. Lil' shawty dressed up, she style.